Hello, y'all. Just doing a little bit of after stream analysis on what happened with Claire today. Claire's stream just now. It was freaking hilarious. That nationalists starting to shriek. Well, it's current year. It just really exposed these people who they are and how cocked Western man is. That was honestly the most. That was pretty pathetic. I won't say it's the most pathetic thing in the world, but that was up there. Yeah, sorry, I didn't brush my teeth. All right, I forgot to brush my teeth. I'll brush them. Anyway, yeah, some thoughts here. Seems that there seems to be a misunderstanding on the origins of Christianity and Islam and how it relates to Judaism. Referencing referencing quotes from the Quran or the Bible that references Jews as having the Holy Land is nothing really. What do you say? It's not a critique. It's like, okay, yeah, that's what we stand for. If you follow, I think the reason why we don't really understand the origins of the Semitic religions, and yes, they are competing amongst each other, and Islam is definitely winning for a lot of reasons. One is that they don't have a lot of edited stories in the Bible. Like, they have a lot of edited stories for centuries, where the Quran, although there is different versions of the Quran of its inception, it's still the same since it was incepted. It wasn't tampered with the century after Jesus' death. So that makes it more credible. And another thing, too, I have to mention is that Christianity is just as much as a non-white religion as Islam. It has a Semitic origins. It was started by brown people, but I wouldn't say that. I'd probably say, like, Assyrians, I guess, were the first ones. And I wouldn't say they're not necessarily brown. I'd say they're more white. It's kind of like Chechens and Eastern Europeans. So I don't know. It seems like we're defending the same things that we're supposedly against, which is really ashamed. You think, oh, I'm not a liberal, and then once somebody actually gives you something to rule to stand by, it's like, oh no, we can't do that. It's just fucking pathetic. It just shows how weak these nationalists are. Even the so-called Nazis are just as liberal as the shitlib that lives in the suburbs. Anyway, so I just thought I'd give my 2 cents there. And we'll go over, maybe, it's good to see Jen's reading the Quran. That's good. Well, and now we can address her in an honest way, so that's good. Yeah, I gotta go on my workout soon and do some reading tonight, and then maybe hop on a stream with Claire tomorrow and discuss what happened tonight. That was something else, I don't know what to say to that. It just goes to show how weak Western man is, and Claire is right about a lot of these things. And I've faced persecution as well in my own circle, so it's just not her, it's also me. You stand up for ideals and you see how strong people are, I don't think they really want to fix things. I just think they just want to know what they was born with. They don't want to see it as, it's like a fish swimming in the sea, and the sea is poisoned with nuclear, but the fish was born in that, right? And the fish can't see. It's the last thing he'll notice is his own environment. The same thing with a lot of these nationalists is, you're definitely a product of your environment, and I'm not going to say I'm all holy and I'm better than you, but I recognize that the current materialistic merchant society has gotten us into this mess, and it's not going to get us out. So white man has a lot of shedding to do. A lot of shedding of stupid values, hedonistic values that don't serve him whatsoever. And he needs to suffer. Like, I mean that honestly. You guys need to suffer some more before you submit to the truth. Because I think most people, they have a certain threshold on when to accept truth. And these people seems like they need a little bit more teaching. But I think they're on their way, though. They're on their way. So I'm not going to, like, discourage anyone. But at the same time, you know, you have to be, like, you have to be honest with yourself. Is the West really that great? It's kind of an outdated thing. You know, is the West really that great? I mean, the Rome was great, but it collapsed. So, is the West are you gonna save the West? Nah, it runs its course, you know. And not believing in anything, you have a generation to play with it, but once that's done, it's pretty much your society's a wreck. So, just because our human conception of what has happened, just because we lived without religion for a generation, it doesn't necessarily mean that's true. That's kind of like, it's blinded. It's blinded by your own biases. And you're seeing these people come in. What I'm saying is, you're seeing these people come in who are very religious, who are very family-oriented. And it's not just Muslims. It's just immigrants in general that just follow the religion and follow the rules and follow the family structure and don't practice sexual immorality. They're not as affected as a sexual revolution as the Westerners who have been here for multiple generations. And I feel like that's the leg up that immigrants have on Westerners, is that they don't have that influence in their thinking, whereas Westerners do. So in a way, Westerners are really handicapped and they're really rotten, and there's just like a drug addict, you know. They just can't get enough of liberalism. And you're going to tell them, hey, you could tell the drug addict, hey, you got to stop, you got to get help. But, you know, he can only do so much. And you say, oh, you're crazy. Why do you think I need help? You're the one that's stupid, right? The drug addict will point to you and say, you're the one that needs help. You're telling me I need help. You know, that's kind of like, it's denial. It's just that's the first stage of grief, and it's sad. But at the same time, you can't let it get to you. You know, even if people threaten to kick you out, you can't let it get to you. You got to be strong. This is a new eon of man. You can't let these weakling soy boys shame you into believing something you know in your heart is not true. So, anyway. Alright guys, I really got to get to the gym. This is a good video. I'll post it on here. Leave comments below. And maybe we'll see you on Claire's stream tomorrow. Alright, peace out.